Hi.
Welcome to ProdPanda AI, where we simplify product management in minutes. Imagine this. Two friends decide to open coffee shops right next to each other. The first person spends months perfecting everything. Best coffee beans, amazing furniture, beautiful logo, premium packaging, even tiny motivational quotes on coffee cups. Believe in yourself. You're stronger than yesterday. You deserve happiness. Everything looks perfect. Now let's look at the second coffee shop. Average coffee, average design, average experience. Nothing particularly special. 6 months later, something strange happens. The average coffee shop has people standing outside in queues. Meanwhile, the amazing coffee shop is empty. Now, if you're the owner of the first shop, you're probably sitting there thinking, hold on. Did humans suddenly lose their taste buds? But here's the uncomfortable reality. People don't buy products simply because products exist. People buy products because products enter their world at the right place, at the right time, with the right message. And that entire process is called strategy. Most people think product success works like this. Build amazing product, launch, users appear, celebrate, become rich. Reality usually looks more like build product, launch, refresh analytics every 3 minutes, still no users, panic internally. And this happens because people often confuse product quality with product success. Those two things are not identical. History is full of products that were technically incredible but commercially unsuccessful. And at the same time, there are products that weren't necessarily revolutionary but became dominant. Because success isn't just about what you build. It's also about who you build for, how you communicate value, how users discover you, how they experience your product, and how they remember you. Today, we're going deep into marketing strategy. Not advertising, not random social media posts, real strategy. The kind product managers use to make products impossible to ignore. Let's simplify this. Marketing is basically matchmaking. Imagine creating a dating profile that says, looking for literally everyone. Age, 18 to 80. Interests, everything. Hobbies, whatever exists on planet Earth. Nobody would know whether you're talking to them. Products have the same problem. Beginners often think, more users equals better. Experienced PMs think differently. They ask, who exactly are we helping? Because products become powerful when they solve specific problems for specific people. Take fitness apps. You could create fitness app for everyone. Or fitness app for busy professionals who only have 15 minutes a day. Suddenly things become clearer. Features become clearer. Messaging become clearer. Marketing becomes clearer. Everything becomes easier. This idea aligns with how audience segmentation and targeting help focus effort rather than trying to serve everyone. Now let's go one layer deeper. Experienced marketers often think using something called STP. Let's translate that into normal human language. S. Segmentation. Imagine entering a supermarket. Inside there are students, parents, professionals, fitness enthusiasts, gamers, different people, different needs. Segmentation simply means breaking large groups into smaller, meaningful groups. Then comes targeting. This means choosing who should we serve first. Because resources are limited, time is limited, money is limited, engineering patience is definitely limited. Finally, positioning. Positioning answers. One question: why should people choose us instead of alternatives? For example, imagine somebody says, we're a note-taking app. Okay. Now imagine somebody says, we're the workspace that replaces 5 different productivity tools. Suddenly, value becomes clearer. You're no longer describing features. You're describing outcomes. And users buy outcomes. Infographic moment. Segmentation. Who exists? Targeting. Who matters most? Positioning. Why should they care? Now let's imagine launching products is like cooking. 4 ingredients matter: product, price, place, promotion. Let's understand them properly. Product. What exactly are users receiving? Features, design, experience. quality. Price. How much are users willing to pay? And surprisingly, price also changes perception. Sometimes expensive products feel premium. Sometimes lower prices increase adoption. Place. How users access the product. People underestimate this one. You can create the greatest app ever, but if users struggle to find it or use it, growth becomes difficult. Promotion. How you explain value. Notice something interesting. Promotion isn't buy now. Promotion is storytelling. Nike rarely talks about shoes. They talk about achievement, emotion, identity, because humans remember stories far more than specifications. The PDF also frames this as product, price, place, and promotion acting together rather than independently. Now, beginners sometimes think, marketing belongs to the marketing team. Not exactly. Product managers influence marketing constantly. When PMs prioritize features, they influence messaging. When PMs decide pricing, they influence positioning. When PMs simplify onboarding, they influence adoption. When PMs improve experience, they influence retention. Even Zoom accidentally turned product decisions into marketing advantages. Joining meetings became ridiculously easy. No complicated setup, no technical drama, just click and join. Sometimes product design itself becomes marketing. Products don't win because they're smarter. Products don't win because they have more features. Products win because they solve meaningful problems for the right people and communicate that value clearly. Because building products is only half the job. Helping people care about them is the other half. If you're enjoying this series, subscribe to ProdPanda AI because product management doesn't have to be complicated. Follow for daily, no-fluff insights. See you in the next episode.